Hi, I'm a professor Ning Wu from the Department of Chemical Engineering at Colorado School of Mines. In the following 15 to 20 minutes, I'll be very happy to provide you an overview about the PhD program in our department. So Colorado School of Mines is quite old school. It almost have a history of 150 years. It's a relatively small private universities, but it's primarily focused on science and engineering. In that sense, it is quite big. We have over 6,000 total students, and about 1/4 of it is graduate students. So we have relatively small student to faculty ratio. The chemical engineering, or chemical and biological engineering department maintains very high quality research program. We have about 80 graduate and postdoc students. Our research program is very diverse, covers from conventional to renewable energies, also colloids and complex materials, bioengineering, catalysis, as well as modeling and computations. We're very proud of our faculty, which include one PK's award winner, 8 NSF Career Award winner, one DOE Young Investor Award winner, and one American Diabetes Association Career Award winner as well. So the PhD program requires overall 78 credit hours. In that, you have to complete 30 credit hours of course. If each course is about 3 credit hours, that's about 10 courses. Out of these 10 courses, there are 5 core courses: advanced math in chemical engineering, advanced thermal, and advanced kinetics, and transport phenomena. There's one additional very unique course. It's called Introduction to Chemical Engineering Research and Teaching, which would provide you very good training about how to read and analyze literature critically, as well as teaching about how to teach a course effectively. So beyond these 5 core courses, you will also be required to take another 5 courses, but those courses are elective courses, and you're free to choose almost any course, any graduate level course in the departments as well as in other departments at Mines, except that you have to take one 600 level elective course in chemical engineering. Other than this 30 credit hour coursework, you have to finish research, thesis research, which is about 42 credit hours. So this provides you an overall timeline for a PhD student. In the first semester, you primarily just take 4 core courses. At the end of the first semester, you will be provided materials for the qualifying exam, which will take place at the beginning of the second semester. After passing the qualifying exam, you will be matched with your research interest with a research group, and you start to do research from that. At the end of the 4th semester, you're required to defend your thesis proposal, which contains literature review, primary data, as well as your proposed research plan in front of your thesis committee. And the last milestone will be your PhD thesis defense, which usually takes place at the end of 4th or 5th years. So research advisor selection is a very important process. We take it very seriously. So typically, we will provide the available projects descriptions in the mid-September during the first semester. And then faculties would make presentations talking about their projects in October. In the meantime, you're encouraged to make appointment with our faculty members, as well as their graduate students to talk about the details of research project, as well as talking about their laboratory management style and other things. By December 1st, you are required to submit your top three choices of research groups. And then after the qualifying exam, we will try to match your interest with the faculty interest and assign you into a research group. Almost all of our students have their first or second choices matched during this process. So you don't have to decide to join research group in the first semester, but we allows you to spend a few months to thoroughly review the research projects provided by our faculty, talk as much as possible with our faculty advisors, as well as their graduate students, which allows you to make such an important decision by the end of the first semester. If you have a master degree somewhere, it is possible to transfer your coursework as long as you satisfy the following three requirements. So the course syllabus has to be very similar to the core course that we're providing. You have to achieve A minus or above. And then the course has to be taught specifically for both PhD or master students. For the other courses, you can also transfer that. So the maximum 24 credit hours can be transferred. We are very proud of our faculty's research. They are really top world-class level. As you can see, many of our faculty research worker peers in the cover of journals, and some of our faculty also have textbook or books available. And those journals including Science, Advanced Functional Materials, and so forth. So research area is very diverse. So here I just listed a few examples in 4 main research topics. The first one is energy. As you can see, that it covers both renewable energy such as solar cells, batteries, biofuels, all the way to conventional energy like oil and gas industry. Also, the second main research area is materials. That includes organic and inorganic membranes, electronic materials, colloids and complex fluids, as well as rheological properties of those complex fluids. We have a number of faculties who are interested in bioengineering, including synthetic biology, making sensors, for biomedical applications, tissue engineering, and drug delivery. And finally, there are faculties whose primary research interest is on the molecular simulation and modeling of materials, which complements some of the experimental work that performed by our faculty or colleagues across the world. We are located very closely to a number of national laboratories, includes the National Renewable Energy Laboratory, which is just 5 minutes from us in the same city, Golden. And also our faculties collaborate extensively with them and with Children's Hospital in Denver, as well as National Institute of Standards and Technology. So in the following, I will just briefly mention about the research topics that our faculties are interested in. Here in each slide, you can not only see a sample research pictures, but also there's a list of the faculty that are associated with each research area. The first one is biomaterials and bioengineering. We have a total of 6 faculty working in this area, which ranges from making sensors for biomedical application or diagnostics to designing drug delivery systems through biomaterials all the way to synthetic biology, which try to engineer cells to produce biofuels. Next area is gas hydrate. So we are very proud of hosting a world-class hydrate research center. And hydrate is quite important problems in oil and gas industry, which typically happens in a low temperature and high pressure. So we not only try to solve the practical problems related to the hydrates, but also we try to utilize hydrates for scientific, to start to understanding the science behind it, as well as try to utilize for energy storage materials. Another area will be membrane and catalysis. So those membranes can be used for fuel cells, but also can be used for separation of gases, and catalysis as well. So we have both experimental group, but also we have computation and modeling groups, which try to design materials from the at the molecular level and from the fundamental atomic structures. Another area is soft matter and complex fluids. My research area lies in this. So we're interested to assemble those colloidal particles into complex structures, but also another area which is shown in this movie is that we're interested to design microscopic robots. So for example, here, this is a small like micro cars, which can move in hexagon directions by controlling the magnetic field and the electrical field together. Also, we have faculties are interested in renewable energy, primary solar cells, but also interested in other electrical and optical materials. They are collaborating extensively with colleagues in national renewable energy laboratories. So many of our students, in fact, spend more time in the national laboratories. They have world-class equipment there, and they perform very high quality research on renewable energies. So we also have a chemical engineering graduate association, which was formed relatively recently by our graduate students. And the purpose of this association is try to host a professional development series, try to develop softer skills required not only for you to do research, but also later help you to find a job and be successful in workplace. In addition to that, SIGA also hosts social and recruitment events, as well as organize events for specifically for first-year graduate students to help you transit during the first semester. If we decide to admit you and you're in our PhD program, we will provide a whole financial package to you. We will pay the tuition fees, health insurance for you. In addition, we will provide you an annual stipend currently at the level of $28,000. We're located in a town called Golden, which is very close to downtown Denver. It's only 15 miles. so that if you like to explore the city life, that would be very convenient. On the other hand, we're essentially located very close to mountains. So 1 hour or half an hour drive from different types of world-class outdoor recreation activities. Here is just a few examples of things that you can explore in Golden, Denver, and essentially Colorado. We have a very good geology museum at Colorado School of Mines. The Coors Brewery just located minutes away from our campus. And in Denver, you can enjoy diversified food, and also we have a really good Denver Art Museum, which is one of my favorites. If you really enjoy outdoor activities, you know that Colorado is the right place. There are lots of things you can do in the summer for hiking, in the winter for skiing. So where do our graduates to get jobs? It's in fact very diverse types of jobs they can find, including industry, big companies such as Exxon, P&G, Dow, but also startup companies as well. Covers different types of consumer products, all the way from oil and gas, but also to semiconductors, biotech. And some of our graduate students also decide to work in national laboratories as well in academia. So for application, a good news is that we're no longer requires a GRE test. So you don't have to take GRE test. Even if you submit it, we're not going to consider that in your application. So in terms of application materials, you're required to submit your transcript, personal statement, your resume, and 3 letters of recommendation. Of course, if you have anything else that you would like us to know, feel free to submit that as well. Our application deadline for PhD program is December 15, 2020. And if you click the website here, you can directly go to the application website in Graduate School at Mines. If you have any question, feel free to contact us. So this is my email. Feel free to send me email if you have any question specifically related to our program. If there's any logistic questions, feel free to send emails to Kim, who is our department manager. And here I listed the website for our department as well as a graduate school. Well, that's the end of the presentation. Hopefully this provides you a good overview about our PhD program. And thanks for watching this video. And if you have any question, feel free to contact us. Have a good day.